A very warm welcome to all. Today, I, Ashmeet Kaur Anand and Diksha Padhyay, pursuing Bachelor's of Education from Inspiration College of Teacher Education under the guidance of Mr. Neeraj Kanpal, are going to give a presentation regarding the pedagogy of mathematics on one of the great mathematician as well as an ancient philosopher and musician whose name is Pythagoras. So, before starting, I would like to share one of his thoughts, which says, there is geometry in the humming of the strings, there is music in the spacing of the spheres, which means string instruments make visible the vibrations that become sound. So, now objects in motion vibrate and produce sound, and planets are very large bodies in motion. So, therefore, they must produce a sound. Pythagoras surmised that the resulting sound between the planets produce an ethereal music. That must be harmony, a music of the spheres. So now we start with a brief introduction.
Pythagoras, generally known as Pythagoras of Samos, as he was born in Samos, a Greek island, in 570 BC and died in Metapontum in 490 BC. He was an ancient Ionian Greek philosopher and the eponymous founder of Pythagoreanism. Here, Ionian is the tribe in Greece, and the followers of Pythagoras were known as Pythagoreans, and therefore the word Pythagoreanism came into existence. Then, his political and religious teachings influenced the philosophies of Plato, Aristotle, and through them, Western philosophy. Western philosophy is politically a thinking in Western culture, and the word philosophy itself originated from ancient Greek word philosophia, literally which means the love of wisdom. The teachings most securely identified with Pythagoras is metempsychosis, or the transmigration of souls, which holds that every soul is immortal and upon death enters into a new body. And this is what Pythagoras told his followers, that he would be reborn after his death. That is the reincarnation after death.
Biographical sources. Herodotus, Isocrates, and other early writers agree that Pythagoras was the son of Mnesarchus. His father is said to have been a gem engraver or a wealthy merchant, while a late source gives Pythagoras' mother's name as Pythias.
Early life. Pythagoras spent most of his early childhood at Samos. At first, he studied from the scholars of Syria. His meetings with Thales elicited in him an interest in science, mathematics, and astronomy. Thales of Miletus, who was 54 years older than him, was a philosopher, scientist, mathematician, and an engineer, and also known for special case of inscribed angle theorem. Then Pythagoras went to Babylon and began to study mathematics.
Later life. The followers of Pythagoras were called Pythagoreans. They lived and worked at school. Like most other geniuses, Pythagoras also had enemies. One of them instigated the mob against Pythagoreans and set fire to the buildings where they were staying. However, Pythagoras was able to escape. He then went to Metapontum and starved himself to death.
His beliefs. He believed that everything could be reduced to numbers, and this number have their own characteristics. He also believed that geometry to be the highest form of mathematical studies through which one can explain the physical world. To him, 10 was the most complete number because it was made up of the first 4 digits, and when written in dot notation, as we can see in this figure, they form a triangle which is known as tetractys, and this triangle with the 10 dots meant to symbolize the organization of space and the universe. Through this, we came to know that he was a spiritual leader, and for his followers, maths was a religious experience. 10 was Pythagorean symbol of perfection or completeness. As we can say, humans have 10 fingers and 10 toes. Not only this, but Pythagoreans had other sacred numbers as well. 7 was number of wisdom, 8 was the number of justice, and lastly 10 was the most sacred number of all. His followers worshipped number 10 and used to chant prayers as well, like, "Bless us, divine number, thou who generated gods and men."
Some interesting facts about Pythagoras. In antiquity, Pythagoras was credited with many mathematical and scientific discoveries, including the Pythagorean theorem, the Pythagorean tuning, the five regular solids, the theory of proportions, the sphericity of the earth, and the identity of the morning and evening stars as the planet Venus. It was said that he was the first man to call himself a philosopher, lover of wisdom. He was the first to divide the globe into 5 climatic zones. Pythagorean teachings were known as symbols, symbol, and members took a vow of silence that they would not reveal the symbols to non members.
Influence on vegetarianism. Here we will see Pythagoras as a vegetarian and promoting it as well. He was one of the first people in Western history to stop people from eating meat for moral reasons. According to him, eating the dead pollutes our body and we should not eat non-veg. We can even see a fictionalized portrayal of Pythagoras appears in book 15 of Ovid's Metamorphoses, in which he delivers a speech imploring his followers to adhere to a strictly vegetarian diet. The word vegetarianism was coined in 1840s. Vegetarians were referred to in English as Pythagoreans. Percy Bysshe Shelley, commonly known as P.B. Shelley, wrote an ode entitled To the Pythagorean Diet. A ode is a lyric or a poem which is generally meant to be sung. Then we also saw Leo Tolstoy adopted the Pythagorean diet himself.
Some of the quotes by Pythagoras. As soon as laws are necessary for men, they are no longer fit for freedom. Above all things, reverence yourself. In anger, we should refrain both from speech and action. Choose rather to be strong of soul than strong of body. Friends are as companions on a journey, who ought to aid each other to preserve in the road to a happier life. Strength of mind rests in sobriety, for this keeps your reason unclouded by passion. Silence is better than unmeaning words. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself.
Pythagoras theorem. In mathematics, the Pythagorean theorem or Pythagoras theorem is a fundamental relation in Euclidean geometry among the three sides of a right triangle. It states that the area of the square whose side is the hypotenuse, which is the longest side, the side opposite to the right angle, is equal to the sum of the areas of the squares of the other two sides. This theorem can be written as an equation relating the lengths of the sides A, B and C, often called the Pythagorean equation, that is a square plus b square is equals to c square, which can be written in generalized form as hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square, where c represents the length of the hypotenuse and a and b are the lengths of the triangle's other two sides.
Now let us consider few examples of Pythagoras theorem. Example 1. Find the value of x in the given figure. Using Pythagoras theorem, we know hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. And in the given figure, x is the hypotenuse, 8 is the base and 6 is the perpendicular. Substituting all these values in the Pythagoras theorem equation, we get x is equal to 10. Let us consider another example. Find the value of a in the given figure, where 13 is hypotenuse, 12 is base and a is perpendicular. Now using Pythagorean theorem, we have c square is equal to a square plus b square. On rearranging, we get a is equal to root c square minus b square. Here, b is 12 and c is 13. Substituting these values in the above equation and solving, we get the value of a equal to 5.
Pythagorean triplet. A set of three integers that can be the lengths of the sides of a right triangle is called a Pythagorean triplet. The simplest Pythagorean triplet is the set 3, 4 and 5. These numbers are the lengths of the sides of a 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean right angled triangle. A primitive Pythagorean triple is one in which A, B and C are co-primes. Co-primes are the numbers which have no common divisor larger than 1. A triangle whose sides form a Pythagorean triple is called a Pythagorean triangle and is necessarily a right triangle, and this is the must equation. The name is derived from the Pythagorean theorem stating that every right triangle has side lengths satisfying the formula a square plus b square is equals to c square. Now let us consider some examples of Pythagorean triplet. Starting with the first example, prove that 5, 12, 13 is a Pythagorean triple. Here, to prove this, we will substitute the values 5, 12, 13 in Pythagoras theorem. As we have seen earlier, hypotenuse is the longest side and therefore the greatest number 13 will represent it, and the other two numbers 5 and 12 will be the base and perpendicular respectively. Therefore, on substituting the values in Pythagoras theorem, we will get LHS is equals to RHS, that is 169 is equals to 169. Hence, the given set of integers satisfy the Pythagoras theorem, and therefore these numbers 5, 12 and 13 will form a Pythagorean triplet.
Example 2. Check if 7, 15, 17 are Pythagorean triples. For this, we know Pythagoras theorem is a square plus b square equal to c square. Here, c is 17 as it is the longest side, and 7 and 15 are a and b respectively. Substituting these values in the equation a square plus b square equal to c square, we get LHS not equal to RHS. Hence, the given set of integers does not satisfy the Pythagoras theorem. Therefore, 7, 15, 17 is not a Pythagorean triplet. It also proves that the Pythagorean triples are not made up of all odd numbers.
Awards and achievements. Many scientists refer to him as the first advanced and pure mathematician. Pythagoras founded his own philosophical and religious school in Croton and had many attendees, and another school in Samos. Pythagoras, having started his own religion, had loyal religious followers called the Mathematicoi, whom followed the laws of Pythagoras, were vegetarians and dedicated their lives to the study of mathematics. Pythagoreanism developed into two separate schools of thought. First was of listeners who focused more on the religious and ritualistic aspects of Pythagoras' teaching, and the other were known as Mathematicoi, which is shown here, or were known as learners who extended and developed the more mathematical and scientific work. Then, Aristotle and many other philosophers credit him with the introduction of abstract quantity and states. The Pythagorean, having been brought up in the study of mathematics, thought that things are numbers and that the whole cosmos is a scale and a number itself. Pythagoras was disliked by many of the tribes near his town, so they never avoided him at all and tried to kill him. But he is posthumously regarded as the start of mathematical culture and science.
Now we would like to sum up with the words of Pythagoras, which says, concern should drive us into action and not into a depression. No man is free who cannot control himself. Thank you.